I was journaling this morning and I was trying to meditate. I haven't meditated in a while. It's been some time. I can't even focus lately. Just so much chaos going on. But one of the things I was journaling is, how do people truly change? I feel like I've been on my healing journey, or whatever you want to call it, trying to become a better version of myself, or heal from past wounds, which everyone has, things like that. How do you actually do that kind of stuff? Because I've been feeling pretty stuck lately, and you can always tell when I feel stuck because I'm not posting. And one of the reasons, I guess that's not the best way to measure how stuck I've been, but that is one way to look at it, I suppose. And I asked myself, like, how do you actually change? How do you actually make progress and become a better version of yourself, or whatever the cliche saying is? And just as a side note, sometimes I hate the field that I'm in because we have all these pretty corny cliche sayings, and when I say them out loud, I don't know. It's just a little corny sometimes, but there is a lot of truth behind it. I mean, whatever. A lot of the sayings are like bumper sticker sayings, and it bothers me. But how do you become a better version of yourself? And here is one of the things that really came to mind during my botched meditation. my, but it's forgiveness, and it truly is. It's forgiveness. And I'll go into that. What is forgiveness? Forgiveness is not saying it's okay what happened to you or what you did. It's not agreeing with what has happened to you or with what you have done. Forgiveness, there are two components that I contribute to forgiveness, because most people can't define the word forgiveness. You ask them, what is forgiveness? It's when you forgive. They can't use the word and the definition of the word you're trying to define. So what is forgiveness? It's acceptance. Number one, it's accepting. It's radical acceptance. I don't agree with these things. I don't like what happened to me. I don't like what I've done or agree with the things that I've done. But I accept it fully, and accepting it fully gets you out of this area of denial that you might live in. You will live in until you forgive. And the second part of it is letting it go, not letting it control you, not allowing it to dictate your behaviors, your emotions, your thoughts, all those things. And the number one thing with forgiveness is that it is for the person forgiving. The secondary part of it is the other person. You might be able to reconcile a relationship if that's what's necessary, but you don't have to. You do not have to reconcile a relationship. Forgiveness is for the forgiver, because resentment, it's been said, and I think it was Buddha who said it, is that forgiveness or resentment is like drinking rat poison and expecting the other person to die. I don't know if that was actually Buddha. I think I heard that somewhere. Dude, I don't know. This is all off the cuff. I didn't rehearse anything. I just felt like putting this out there because I just got done with my journaling session, and I've been in a pretty tough place lately. And what came to mind is the forgiveness to your parents or my parents or whoever raised you, whoever programmed you, letting go of that. And it's not to say that it's okay. It's not what it's just they did the best they could, or maybe they didn't, but they did what they did. And how is living with resentment and holding on to that, how is that helpful? What are you really accomplishing? Because you're drinking the poison. They might not even know that you resent them, right? Forgiving yourself for the mistakes that you've made, for not being the best version of yourself in the times where you probably needed it. Forgiving your spouse or your partner or whoever for not showing up when you needed them. That acceptance of like, this is the reality. The reality of what I'm living in is exactly what it is. It's that radical acceptance. And in our mind, we think it should be this way or it should be that way. And my mom always said, don't should on yourself. It's, yeah, absolutely. Because you could should on things all day long. That will not change it. And so anytime it should be that way, that is a form of denial. It might not be true denial, but it is a form of denial. So with forgiveness, you do have that radical acceptance that kind of grounds you back into, well, this is just what it is. And can I just let go of that? Do I have to hold on to it? And so asking yourself and me asking myself, what good is it doing to hold on to any resentment? What good is that doing for me or even the person that probably needs forgiveness from me? And, if you can answer that question, and many people say, well, it's just so it doesn't happen again. Well, you can forgive, but not necessarily keep a guard up, but keep an eye out. You keep your guard up, you lose that connection with life. You lose that connection with people. And this is why, people go through life and they get hurt left and right. And I see it. I mean, everyone sees it, I guess, on a daily basis, but with the job I'm in, I'm talking with people daily about the damages in their life, and holding on to resentment, just walking around with that. It's not helpful. But they do it because they feel that they don't want someone to take advantage of them again. They don't want to get hurt again. And we walk through this life, and at the end of the life, a lot of us are just carrying these scars. And people say life can make you better or bitter. And it's like, man, oh man, it's just a mindset. It truly is. Are you going to try and better yourself and forgive and let go? Or are you going to walk through life bitter and resentful and then cutting yourself off from people because people will hurt people, and everyone's hurt? And the saying, hurt people hurt other people, right? So that's kind of we're all damaged goods, and I don't know. This is all off the cuff. I don't even know if I'll be posting this. We'll see how it goes. But it all starts with forgiveness. So here are the things that I'm looking at in my own life, is that I have this reel in the back of my head that when things start going kind of bad, it starts playing over. Well, if this didn't happen, or if they didn't do this, or if my parents just did this, or if my blah, 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 and it just goes and goes and goes. And I am making a conscious effort right now that anytime that reel shows up, because I'm either in a depressed mood or I'm having a hard week or whatever it is, I'm going to try and replace that reel with forgiveness. And here's the thing, and this is where like the idea of casting spells comes from, as far as I can tell, is that there is power in words. When you're spelling, when you're writing, when you're speaking words, you're in a way casting a spell. And I don't even know why I brought that up, but anytime that reel pops up, I will proclaim with my mouth out loud. So not only am I saying it, so I'm thinking, saying it, hearing it, processing it, rethinking it. Again, it's just a whole different process, saying it out loud. I will replace that reel or that tape or that MP3 or CD or whatever you want to call it these days. CDs, holy 90s. Replacing it with forgiveness out loud anytime. And I encourage anyone else to do the same, because it's not helpful to walk around with resentment. In fact, we know that it's harsh on your physical body, not just your emotional, mental health, but on your physical body. So I don't know. Let me know what you think. What would you add? What would you subtract? Who do you need to forgive? Is it yourself? Is it a friend? Is it, stuff like that? I don't know. Let me know. Thanks.